August 16th, 2018, the Ace family uploaded a video
I
claiming their home was
remember
robbed
that!
while they were away at Disneyland. Austin McBroom filmed the shattered windows and claimed some of his wife's designer handbags were missing.
I
He even
remember
recorded
that!
the police arriving to inspect the scene.
Excuse me, bitch, I was running up a bag. Money on my shoulder, put designer on my ass. This shit too nice, but it's fucking up my head. So I be getting high, but I ain't popping fuckers in.
What it do, nephew? It's your home. Oh, and I'm coming at you. So that you know I gotta do. Now, the video right here is coming from Visual Venture. And the title of this one, the internet's most hated family influencers. Man, I'm not gonna waste no more time. Let's go ahead and enter. Pause. Make sure you hit that like button for the algorithm. Hey, Uncle Lou, make sure you share the video with somebody next to you. Then go ahead and hit that subscription with that notification muscle, because we're on the way to 10K in 2025. Nah, it wouldn't hurt if we hit that 7K tonight. Now, niece, nephew, without further ado, it's your Uncle Lou. Lou.
I was pretending to be pregnant.
This woman has spent more money
Already? Dang. Why?
I was pretending to be pregnant.
This woman has spent more money on garbage than anybody else on earth.
To scam so many people with fake pregnancies and be a scammer overall, there's something going on with her.
Even their fans are upset at what they are doing.
Today, we're ranking the internet's most hated family influencers and explaining why their audience turned on them. So my goal this year is to give you guys double the amount of videos, and to do that, we gotta keep growing. So 70% of you guys aren't subscribed, which is actually less than last time. And it would mean the world to me if you did, and I promise to do my very best. I'm Visual Venture, and
I'm
you
already
are
locked
awesome.
in with you, bro.
Fathering Autism.
What? I'm not? That's
When
crazy.
Asa Moss created the Fathering Autism YouTube channel, he thought people would love it. But the opposite happened. Many people
Oh my
hated
God.
it. It got so bad that angry viewers demanded that the channel be shut down.
Knowing that Fathering Autism is a family vlog should be enough to set off alarm bells.
The problems with Fathering Autism started from day one because it wasn't like other vlogs. The videos showed Asa, his wife, and their 2 kids going about their daily lives. But unlike most family channels, this one wasn't about the whole family. Every video focused on one person, Asa's daughter, Abby, who has autism.
She is not autism. She is Abigail, enlightened. While I work to prepare her for the world, I will fight to prepare the world for her. I am an autism parent.
That's why it's called Fathering Autism. The channel gave viewers an up-close look at what it's like raising a child with autism. There were titles like Autism Nighttime Routine and How a Girl with Autism Talks.
So, nighttime routine for a 14-year-old girl with autism, nonverbal autism.
Asa and his wife claimed their goal was to spread awareness about autism.
Well, okay, this is from the outside looking in, right? This is my perspective. I could kind of see where he's coming from, because that, I'm not saying I'm seeking that kind of information, but it would be kind of interesting to kind of see that routine, I guess. Because imagine if you have somebody that's near and dear to you, and they're dealing with the same thing, and you just kind of want that to be out there more. You kind of want there to be more of a conversation for that. So with the outside looking at, my initial thoughts is not, I'm not really thinking of it that way. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I'm not looking at it bad.
And help other families raising kids with a condition. It seemed like a good cause, but a lot of viewers didn't buy it. They believed Fathering Autism wasn't about spreading awareness. It was about making money off Abby's condition.
For the past decade, they have spent their life turning their autistic daughter into content and using the platform they've grown off of exploiting their daughter to recruit people into a multi-level marketing company.
One viewer was so alarmed they posted a desperate plea online begging people to step in. The title read, "YouTuber exploiting his severely autistic daughter, please help." The post laid it all out, showing how Asa and his wife were making money. What concerns me is that a lot of his supporters are vulnerable people who send him money via Patreon and all these other platforms. A lot of autistic people have commented about how they don't like what he's doing, and he basically tells them their opinions aren't relevant despite claiming to raise autism awareness. But this is just one of the many complaints.
I do think that some of the things that they are doing likely are going to benefit their daughter, right? But in the end, we all know, and we can all see through the fact that these people are just raking in bank to make big bucks and they're using the daughter to do so.
But for many critics, the biggest problem wasn't the money, it was something worse. Viewers started to notice a disturbing pattern. It seemed Abby was being pressured to make videos.
You can tell wholeheartedly she doesn't like to be on camera. She tries to run.
In many instances, Abby's body language showed that she was uncomfortable being filmed. She tried to pull away, but her parents kept recording anyway. Because of Abby's condition, she didn't fully understand what was happening, so she couldn't agree to being filmed. But they didn't keep making videos.
Okay, I kind of see it now. I see the problem now, right? That was a bit of an oversight on my part. Now, again, I still said it. Like, if you have somebody that's going through the same thing, you would kind of want there to be a conversation, right? But you got to remember, she's non-verbal autistic. So what that means is, like, she could be dealing with whatever it is, and she can't even consent to being recorded or not, you know? So she's clearly uncomfortable in some of these shots, and they're still going ahead and doing that. Perry! Cali Poppy, what's up? How you been, love? How you doing? Catching a nice little vibe on a Saturday night.
They made some questionable ones.
Soon, all I saw were clickbait.
I ain't seen you in about a week now, man.
Videos.
I hope everything is going well with you.
With shock value thumbnails and titles like
I'm glad to hear that.
Autistic Girl Off Her Meds and Autism Pajamas and How to Stop Fecal Smearing.
And if clickbait wasn't bad
Too blessed to be stressed. I appreciate you asking.
enough, they sometimes shared things that should have never been made public. Like the time they filmed the video about how autism affected Abby's bathroom habits. That kind of thing should always be private, but they put it online for the world to see. Viewers were furious.
It began
That's
to
not
feel like
something they
Asa
could
was
just
making a
describe.
spectacle out of Abby.
Dealing with family drama? Dealing with family drama? Oh, what's going on? Well, if you're comfortable with, like, giving any kind of insight, I'm not asking for details, but, like, I hope it's not anything terrible. Like, it's not tragic, is it? You know, as long as with your foster sister. Oh, you got a foster sister. Family is family no matter what, but that sounds like something that's still repairable, though, hopefully. But as long as I say the same thing all the time. As long as you got breath in them lungs, like, there's always that chance. And you probably know that better than me. Foster sister. And you know me, I don't have any brothers. You know what I mean? I only have sisters. I have 2 sisters. So if it's anything about them, I'll go to bat for my sisters. I love my sisters to death. You know, but at the same time, they go piss me off sometimes. You know, I'm just keeping it real. they piss me off sometimes. You know, but no matter what, we gonna thug it. Grew up in the system and aged out. Oh, wow. Well, that's tough to hear. I actually went to middle school, mainly middle school with kids that grew up in that system. Not that much in high school. I feel like kids kind of hid that a bit more, or you just weren't as aware in middle school. But how do you feel about, like, the system? You feel like it changed you? Do you feel like it affected how you grew up, or? I think I'm curious to that, because
documenting her like an animal and putting her real...
Like, in a bad way? Old? What's old, Perry? Oh, I know. Don't give me that a line. Oh, don't ask a lady their age. Like, come on now. Well, we're behind screens. Like,
real life on blast for
real
viewers to gaze upon like patrons at a zoo.
As more and more people started calling out fathering autism, the backlash became impossible to ignore. Then in 2024, something unexpected happened. The Fathering Autism
60s?
channel suddenly disappeared.
Oh, 60s this? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that's all. Yeah. My mom's hitting 60. My mom's actually about to turn 60 soon, so. But, that's not crazy. I'm actually glad that you actually spent the time with me then. I don't know what it is. Like, I always vibe with people older than me. Homers, how you doing, my boy? All right, quick, because I don't have time to think about it or check on that. What time is it in your place, Homers? So I was in the system during the civil rights era. Oh, that makes sense. Wow, that must have been different. You must have grew up with... Did you grow up with kids that were on the other side of... on both sides of race, you know? B2M. Okay. 2 a.m. Okay. I figured that. Mom white, dad black. Yeah, in the 60s. Ah, yeah, dang. Yeah, that's tough. Like, it's kind of different with my parents because they didn't grow up here. So I never even when I asked them the questions about that kind of era, it's different. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Callie.
People speculated about what happened. Some
Perry.
thought YouTube finally banned them after
But you
too
know,
many
you
complaints.
with the vibe.
Others believe the Moss family took the channel down to stop the backlash.
I
Some
hope
even thought that
everything's
they were
working,
hacked and celebrated.
Watch your
But the
gameplay
celebration
last night
didn't
during
last.
him sleeping. You know what's so funny? I'm gonna get back to this video fully, but you know what's so funny about what you're saying right now, Homers? I was thinking that in my head, like, that would be great for like background sleeping. You know what I mean? Because it's like I'm always looking for videos to fall asleep to. I'm weird like that too. I don't know.
Soon, Fathering Autism was back with an explanation.
I like to fall asleep
So, we're back here. If you don't know, we got hacked. Our YouTube channel was hijacked. My Google account was hijacked.
Whatever happened behind the scenes, one thing was clear. Fathering Autism wasn't going anywhere. But they weren't the only controversial family on YouTube. You've probably heard of this next influencer, Alicia Dougherty.
Recognize your voice.
At one time, Alicia Dougherty was seen as a super mom. She filmed herself waking up at 5 a.m., making breakfast, packing
Kelly Poppy Perry. Wow, I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for the super thanks. Now, do you know that's your 5th super thanks on my live stream? So shout out to you. That's so much. I appreciate it. In your dreams too. That's crazy.
lunches and preparing dinner for her 12 children. People admired her, especially because 8 of her kids were adopted. She was even featured on TV, praised for giving these children a safe and
right on
loving
topic,
home.
Perry.
Her channel, called the Dougherty Dozen, amassed over 1.5 million subscribers. As viewers paid closer attention to her videos, their admiration for her slowly turned into anger.
Every single event that they've ever done for the last 3-4 years has been on a camera. Every single birthday, every present opened, every Christmas, every single school event, everything.
The first thing that upset viewers was how much Alicia shared about her kids, especially the private stuff. She had no problem revealing deeply personal details like their medical conditions, diagnoses, and personal struggles. This kind of oversharing left many wondering how her kids will cope later in life when their entire medical record is online for anyone to find. Viewers begged her to stop. But Alicia didn't just ignore the criticism, she made things worse. She released a video where she disclosed one of her adopted son's list of diagnoses all the way down to the traumatic homes he lived in.
You put all of those evaluations together over the past 12 years, and that's his full list of diagnoses.
Thousands of viewers complained on YouTube and Reddit. The top comments said, "What is she doing? How could any loving parent do this to their child? Is it because he is adopted? I wish TikTok would close her account. Our society is so messed up thanks to parents like her." It was clear people weren't inspired anymore. They were angry. But some thought they knew why Alicia was oversharing. She wanted to look good. They figured she was trying to paint herself as a heroic mom raising kids no one else wanted. In some videos, Alicia boasted how some of her children were deemed unadoptable. She called them trauma kids. She talked about how hard it was raising them.
The specific behavior.
Let me get some more context. Okay, let me not immediately close my ears on
Behaviors that we've dealt with because of this are explosive rage, such as screaming, crying, and breaking things for hours every day, lying, stealing, food hoarding, food binging.
But oversharing was just
So
one
why
of
are you gonna why are you gonna take them in?
things people complained about. Viewers also accused Alicia of being a shopping addict. Anyone who
Goofy.
watches Alicia's videos knows one thing: she shops a lot.
Okay, Dougherty Dozen last year spent over $950,000 that we know of on camera for a bunch of junk that she's likely just gonna throw out eventually.
She films herself buying mountains of fast food and blowing thousands of dollars filling up shopping carts at the grocery store. Alicia also insists on buying things in 12s because she has 12 kids at the grocery store.
You going to the store by yourself? What the fuck? Holy
Mountains
shit.
of fast food and blowing thousands
Who else is sitting in here?
of dollars
Like,
filling
oh my god. I know you don't touch a dang item. None of these are bagged.
up shopping carts at the grocery store. Alicia also insists on buying things in 12s because she has 12 kids, even if not all of the kids need that product. Viewers think that's just wasteful and she's teaching her kids that money is unlimited. Alicia even admitted that she didn't care whether the kids ate or not. She just wanted to film them making dinner just to have content to share. Despite the backlash, the Dougherty Dozen is still going strong with over 6 million followers across social media platforms. And it doesn't seem like Alicia plans on changing anytime soon. This next family helped invent family vlogging, but that's exactly why so many people despise them. The Saccone Jolys. The Saccone Jolys were once called Europe's most successful family vlogging channel. They seem to have the perfect life with over 1.6 million subscribers and millions of dollars made from YouTube. But the things they did to stay on top didn't just bring them fame. They made them one of the most hated family influencers ever. Jonathan and Anna Saccone Jolys started their YouTube channel in 2009, back when family vlogging wasn't even mainstream. Over the years, they had 4 kids, and every single one of them was born into the spotlight. From the moment their children entered the world.
I know that's coming. I expect that to be on here. Jesse, how are you? So to the chat,
everything
Jesse.
was filmed. Their first steps, their first words,
their
their first birthday
Come
parties,
on,
even
Jesse.
their doctor visits were all posted for millions to see. Over 12 years, they uploaded thousands of videos turning their everyday lives into entertainment for the internet. Millions watched, and though they enjoyed the content, they also complained. People were asking if the kids were old enough to agree to be filmed. At one point, Jonathan and Anna asked their children if they were okay with being in the videos. Their response wasn't positive.
Do you like being in the videos?
Are you having a rough day? Man, what's going on with everybody today? Everybody having a rough day? Man, y'all come in. Look, I love y'all. I love that y'all offloading that, man. Let's come in here. I want y'all to come in here. Y'all know y'all vibing with y'all Uncle Lou. When y'all come in here, y'all vibing with y'all Uncle Lou. This room right here, same thing. Nobody comes in that door with that kind of energy, bruh. We on that cool vibe. So I want to make sure I can clear you of all that. That is why I come watch your videos to feel better. I appreciate you for saying that, Jesse. Now I hope whatever happened today wasn't too bad, but just like we was talking about a little bit earlier, as long as we got breath in them lungs, you know what I'm saying? It's always that possibility to make it better. You know what I'm saying? Life wouldn't be life if it didn't go up and down. You get what I'm saying? Well, we can only focus on what we can control. And we here now. I am where my feet are. That's written on everything for me.
You don't mind, do you?
You think it's okay that mommy and daddy make videos every day?
No.
Every second day?
No.
But even after hearing that, Jonathan and Anna kept putting the kids online. And then the videos got even more personal. One of their kids, Edie, seemed to want to transition from a boy to a girl. Obviously, that's a deeply personal...
Y'all don't understand. Y'all low-key get like that. Y'all low-key therapy for me, too. Like, I get on here sometimes. I'm watching these, but, like, just having that convo with you guys is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying?
Thing. But instead of keeping it private, the Saccone Jolys announced it on YouTube. Viewers assumed that would be the end of it, but it wasn't. The Saccone Jolys turned Edie's transition into a whole series of videos.
Tell the truth now. Do you want to be a boy?
No.
How do you know?
Because it's boring stuff and Most of the boys play football and stuff.
There were many saying Edie's parents were even convincing Edie that he was a girl. The backlash was massive. But over time, just as people were getting used to the transition videos, they noticed something else, something that made them angrier. The transition videos started feeling staged. Scenes seemed carefully planned, almost like they were designed to spark engagement and go viral.
The reason that this TikTok is interesting to me is because there are many other recent videos showing this child wearing jeans. So it was obviously orchestrated for the video.
People started questioning the family's true intentions. Slowly, the trust between them and their audience began to fade. But the transition videos were just one controversy on a long list. Viewers were uncomfortable with how the kids were dressed in certain videos. Others were furious that Jonathan and Anna used cold showers as punishment. Then there was the issue of fan mail. The Saccone Jolys allowed their viewers, complete strangers, to send gifts and letters to their kids. Obviously, this came with serious risks. Then in 2022, Jonathan and Anna dropped the bombshell. They announced that they were deleting every single YouTube video they ever posted. More than 10 years worth of content, thousands of videos. It was headline news. But why? Jonathan and Anna said the internet was different now, and they no longer wanted their kids' lives to be put out there for everyone to see. Jonathan's exact words were, "I love my children more than I love my YouTube videos. I just want to give them an opportunity to curate their own life story on the internet." But it wasn't just
I don't got kids yet, man, so I love my videos a whole bunch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I watch Radiant Brit all the time. I never heard of that. What is that? Like a TV show?
About protecting the kids. Jonathan also admitted that years of vlogging has taken a serious toll on his mental health. But despite their dramatic announcement, the Saccone Jolys YouTube channel still has videos. It's unclear whether they deleted everything or quietly re-uploaded some of their content. Whatever the case, the Saccone Jolys are still very much on the internet. These next influencers are different because viewers couldn't decide whether to feel sorry for them or call them out. Dela Vlogs. When Dela Vlogs first started, it was a couples vlog. Dallin and Bella filmed their life, just a fun, goofy couple making videos together. That's why the channel's called Dela Vlogs, a mix of Dallin and Bella. Fans adored their picture-perfect love story. Eventually, they got married, but as their content shifted from couple vlogs to family vlogs, things started to change. That's when the problems began. After marriage, Dallin and Bella spent 5 years trying to have a baby, but it just wasn't happening. They opened up about their struggles in video after video, hoping to connect with others going through a similar situation. Eventually, they decided to adopt, but the way they went about it was very unusual.
Especially since they tried to get a baby from the internet. Mind you, they started their videos by saying, like, if you have a baby, and they went on a podcast, if you have a baby, we will adopt that baby.
Then something amazing happened. A pregnant woman who saw their vlogs reached out. She was expecting twins and offered to let Dallin and Bella adopt her babies. When they continued talking over text, the woman encouraged them to get the nursery ready with everything they would need for the arrival of the twins. It felt like a dream come true, but the story wouldn't end well. In May 2023, Dallin and Bella made a sad video. They revealed they were victims of an adoption scam. It turns out that the woman who promised them twins was never pregnant. She made up the entire story. Tearing up, Dallin and Bella explained what happened.
We started talking to this female, and the messages that she would send us and the texts that were going back and forth just seemed so perfect. We actually confirmed with other people near her, people that are close to her, people that she works with, that she is not pregnant.
And they weren't the only ones. Other families have also been tricked by the same woman. At first, people felt sorry for Dallin
guys.
The comment
first time chatter. Another first time chatter. Jennifer Oxley. Wow. Hi. Never catch your live streams. Well, welcome. It's always a vibe for a first time. First time, always got to start somewhere. Appreciate you for tapping in Saturday Night Live with your Uncle Lou.
And kind words. Their video
I hope
about
everything's
the scam
well with
racked up 3.7 million views. But then something shifted. Instead of moving on, Dallin and Bella kept making video after video about the scam, stretching the story into multiple
Jenny
videos.
from the
Each
block.
video got a ton of views. And soon people started to wonder, were they sharing their pain?
Okay, a video called Don't Be a Sucker on the U.S. National Archives channel I think would be interesting to watch, but probably too long for a live. That bitch sound long. The National Archives channel? Dang, it's an archive? That means they kept it in there.
Or dragging it out to get views and make money on YouTube.
Filmed all of this. Their videos were trending.
That's what I said, Jenny. 420 tomorrow.
a ton of money from those videos. And in the end, they were just like, well, we just want to do this to share awareness.
Dallin and Bella made even more content about the scam.
Everybody wants to know is, are we pressing charges on our scammer? Do you want to answer it?
They even filmed a video about cleaning out the nursery they prepared for the twins. And with each new upload, the backlash grew louder.
Being super clickbaity first about adoption, which you shouldn't do, which is disgusting, by the way.
Then, just when the adoption scam drama seemed to be dying down, Dallin and Bella shocked everyone with another announcement. In July 2023, they finally adopted a baby, but with the new baby came new troubles. The adoption seemed like good news, but not everyone was convinced. Some viewers questioned how they managed to adopt
It's
so
already
quickly.
420 there?
Because they adopted a kid way faster than anybody else could.
2 hours?
And they were being very secret.
Is the gas over there good though? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Is it good there? Y'all grow your own stuff? You know what I'm saying? That's what I want.
About how they did it.
Others went even further,
How different
accusing
is
them
it?
of treating the baby like a prop for content. Today,
Like, is
Dallin and Bella
it gonna make you experience high tide? Lou, what's your 420 plus Easter strain? Listen, for 420, not only is it gonna be that Granddaddy Uncle Lou special, but it's gonna be that high tide, okay? Dude! He made me experience high tide! Oh! You know what I'm saying? That's that high tide. I'm gonna be on that high tide.
still have millions of subscribers.
smiling, yes, it
Many
is.
still adore them, but to others, they're influencers who will
You
do
know,
whatever
I'm-
it takes
I'm trying to
stay
travel.
in the spotlight. This next chapter is about a family that was once
I wanna
legendary
try all the
in
gas
world of
everywhere
family
across the world.
vlogging, but now it's all fallen apart. The Ace family. They've been called
I knew it was
YouTube's
coming.
fakest family, and it's not hard to see why.
Guys, we gotta lock in for this one.
The
It's
Ace
a big
Family
one.
channel revolves around Austin McBroom, his wife Catherine, and their 3 kids, Elle, Aliyah, and Steele. They're called the Ace Family because of the first letters of their names, Austin, Catherine, and Elle.
If you are new to this channel, make
I
sure you
didn't
hit
know
that
that.
subscribe button and join the family.
With over 18 million subscribers, their channel is packed with vlogs, pranks, and picture-perfect family moments. But although they are popular, the Ace Family has faced a ton of backlash for the content they create. For starters, some viewers hated how much the Ace Family flaunted their wealth. Almost every video felt like a commercial
Also,
for how
Anderson,
rich they
man.
were.
Oh,
They
you
flaunted
vibing,
expensive
bro.
gifts, designer clothes, and luxury vacations. And when that wasn't enough, they
Vibing.
took out a high-interest loan to buy a $10 million mansion just to flex. It felt like they were telling their fans that happiness only comes from having a perfect materialistic life. But when people weren't calling them out for flaunting their wealth, they were accusing the Ace Family of deceiving viewers. On August 16th, 2018, the Ace Family uploaded a video
I
claiming their home's
remember
robbed
that!
while they were away at Disneyland. Austin McBroom filmed the shattered windows and claimed some of his wife's designer handbags were missing. He even
remember
recorded
that!
the police arriving to inspect the scene. At first, viewers felt bad for them. Then a suspicious receipt surfaced online. It showed that the Ace Family paid a group of actor cops to film a video with them.
Also, this officer, who seems more than happy to be in this vlog, looks somewhat similar to Officer Auriel, a fake policeman you can hire from Cop Shop LA.
Viewers also pointed out that many
Let's go.
electronics and luxury goods weren't stolen, which didn't make sense. Suddenly, people started asking, was the whole robbery staged? Of course, the Ace Family denied everything.
People made up a receipt that we paid actor cops.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, they literally made it up. They typed it out, made it up, and the fact that it was just typed up very professional, they thought it was real.
Eventually, the drama faded, but another problem was about to hit the Ace Family. This time, it was all about money. In June 2021, Austin was accused of being a scammer. He organized a YouTubers versus TikTokers boxing event. The winner was supposed to walk away with a $1 million prize. However, after the event, many participants complained that they were never paid. A few months later, the Ace Family got more bad news. In late 2021, news broke that they were being kicked out of their $10 million mansion. Despite acting like they were swimming in money, they failed to pay back the loan on their mansion. Eventually, the authorities took it away. Through all the financial
authorities
scandals and
is
bad
wild.
press, the Ace Family still presented themselves as a tight-knit, picture-perfect
Gotta
family.
pull that too.
But even that didn't last.
Austin and Catherine McBroom, the couple behind the wildly popular Ace Family YouTube channel, have broken up after nearly a decade together and 7 years of marriage.
The reason for the split wasn't clear, but Catherine explained in an Instagram post that she and Austin agreed to divorce due to irreconcilable differences. This next family has been accused of doing anything for clicks, even if it means using illness and tragedy. The LaBrant family. I know we've covered this family before, but they're definitely one of the most hated, so I gotta put it in. The LaBrant Fam is very popular, with nearly 13 million subscribers and over 4.6 billion views. It makes them one of the internet's most watched family influencers. To put their success into perspective, their channel reportedly makes around $5.5 million in advertising revenue every year. The family consists of Cole and Savannah LaBrant and their 5 kids. At first, they stayed away from drama, creating wholesome Christian content. But recently, the LaBrants have been caught in multiple scandals, and every single one was because of something they did. One of the biggest complaints was how much the LaBrants used inappropriate clickbait, basically tricking their audience into watching their videos. And I know as YouTubers, we want to create bright, interesting thumbnails to get a click, but they went overboard. Take 2018, for example. That year, wildfires were ripping through communities in California, forcing thousands of people to evacuate their homes.
That'd be me.
But the LaBrants saw it as content. They made a video titled, "We Left Our House Because of Fires in California," with a thumbnail that made it seem like they were in big trouble. But when viewers actually watched the video, they realized the truth. The LaBrants were in no real danger. They weren't required to evacuate, they simply chose to leave.
I'm just doing this just in case if we do have to evacuate or our home gets burned down, we have it. Our home's still here.
Meanwhile, actual families were losing everything. The LaBrants were blasted by thousands using a real tragedy to get views. But somehow in 2021, they pulled the same stunt again, this time with something even more serious. In August of that year, the LaBrants released a video titled, "She Got Diagnosed with Cancer." The thumbnail made it seem like one of their own children was unwell. Millions of fans who genuinely cared about the LaBrant family clicked to watch. But after watching for a few minutes, they realized they were fooled. The video was actually about the LaBrants visiting children with cancer. None of the LaBrant kids.
The previous one? No, not the Ace family. No, the Ace family, they just separated. No.
Were actually ill. People were furious. They tweeted angry comments like the LaBrant family has been losing.
They still do content today, but they're not like a family. Austin does like own thing apparently. I don't know what the girl does. Yeah.
Respect for a while, but they really crossed the line with this one. How dare they use childhood cancer as clickbait and spend
nobody hopefully
10
is dying
talking
in these.
like one of their kids has cancer.
We just warming up.
Disgusting. People even made more videos just to complain. Eventually, the LaBrants changed the thumbnail to one that didn't mislead viewers. Fans assumed the LaBrants learned their lesson. No more clickbait, just wholesome content. But the controversies never end. The LaBrants' pattern of controversial clickbait continued, this time at their child's expense.
Remember when they pranked their oldest child by saying
Jesse, I might just have to check her out, bro.
Basically have to like get rid of her dog. Remember that cruel quote joke that they wanted to play on her?
The most recent controversy was when they launched a new app called Bear Fruit. It's marketed as a community platform for Christian families.
It's that's it, like that's it too, and like there's a lot down here, and like we're also giving away $10,000 cash.
But just days after the launch, the LaBrants were accused of stealing the idea from another family they used to work with. These scandals have cost them. Over time, they lost goodwill and a lot of subscribers.
In the past year, the LaBrant family channel has lost hundreds of thousands of subs.
The LaBrants are still vlogging, and viewers are watching to see if they'll stay true to their family-friendly image or spark more controversy. The influencers we've covered so far are pretty controversial, but this next one is in a category of her own.
You live in a state of
Zakaya
Lori
Duncan.
Vallow and the high fly killings in Ogden, Utah. Oh wow. You know it's so crazy about you talking about this, cause I visited Colorado before and for like snowboarding, and Utah was definitely in the plans. And I thought about how like life in Utah must be. It seems so like calm and quiet and like relaxing. So that's kind of interesting that you put that there.
Anyone who watched Zakaya Duncan's TikTok videos would have thought she was a loving mother. In early 2020, she posted happy videos of herself laughing and dancing with her kids. She even gave advice about the importance of family.
Family time is the best time, huh? Yes. Family time is the best time? You love your family? Love your family.
But in 2022, the world found out the truth. Zakaya wasn't a loving mom, she was a monster. Zakaya lived in Texas with her 7 kids, including 16-year-old twins, a boy and a girl. Zakaya's boyfriend, 27-year-old Jova Terrell, also lived with them. To outsiders, everything looked normal, but inside that house was a nightmare. One cold October night, the twins made a run for it.
No shoes, one not wearing a shirt. It was cold outside. They were desperate.
New surveillance video shows the twins going to a neighbor's home early yesterday morning, begging for help.
After several rejections, a neighbor finally let them inside. When the twins explained the situation, she was speechless. They claimed they were not fed properly, locked indoors, and sometimes handcuffed, just to name a few. They needed to escape. So one night, the boy hid the key to the handcuffs in his mouth. Then they waited. The moment their mother and her boyfriend fell asleep, they unlocked the cuffs and ran to the neighbors for help. After hearing this story, the neighbor called the police, but the cops got there too late.
Police soon got involved, and that's when the twins' mother and her boyfriend fled with their 5 other children, sparking that Amber Alert.
But Zakaya and her boyfriend couldn't run forever. Just a few hours later, police arrested them in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. All 7 children were placed in Child Protective Services. Zakaya Duncan tricked the internet into thinking she was a loving mother, but behind the TikToks and happy videos, she was the worst family influencer ever. My friends, it's unfortunate what's happening to some of these family influencers. These stories show us that we live in a world where people are more interested in capturing the moment than living in it. And I encourage you guys to break the cycle. Visual Venture.
Whew, that was a crazy video to warm up with. This second video right here is gonna knock your socks off. I ain't gonna lie to you.